What's up, everybody? I'm Marcus Lane, and this is 3 Minutes or Less. Well, if you're watching this, congratulations, you've made it. You've survived 2020. A year that so many people aptly named a year of vision and clarity turned into a year of exhaustion, isolation, and frustration. Now, while things are maybe ending on a slightly more positive note with the entrance of a new coronavirus vaccine, I don't think anyone is looking ahead to 2021 quite yet and willing to call it my year. Right? Well, 2020 was that year that we were all going to take control of our lives, get in shape, travel more, or improve ourselves in some way. Most of us look at 2021 and the boldest prediction we're willing to make is that this is going to be the year that I wear pants for every single Zoom meeting. You see, what 2020 has done for many of us is it has shattered most of our attempts at self-renewal. It has shown us how vain and self-centered a lot of our self-improvement projects are, especially when those projects are rooted in some improvement of our image in the eyes of those around us. But here's the thing, the Bible and Jesus and the church, we're not against attempts at self-renewal, but rather they invite us to ask the question, if we're going to long for newness, what is the thing that we're going to be renewed after? Paul writes in Ephesians chapter 4, he says, put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. You see, if we're going to be renewed, it can't be in the likeness of what celebrities or Instagram influencers tell us we need to be renewed after. But what we need to do is we need to move from self-centered renewal to Jesus-centered renewal. What does that look like? Well, I'd say it looks a lot like the life of Jesus. Paul continues in Ephesians 4, and he tells God's people to trade lying for being truth tellers. He tells thieves to stop stealing and work so that they can have something that they can actually give to people who are in need. He tells people to put off malice and anger and wrath and empty words and instead embrace kindness, tender hearts, and forgiveness. And he reminds us that we do this not out of some demand to make ourselves better, but we do this because God in Jesus has forgiven us. Friends, don't settle for self-centered renewal in 2021. But don't resign yourself to cynicism and your worst either. Instead, this year, embrace the renewal that is God's work in you. Renewal that is about more love, more forgiveness, more grace and generosity, more of God's Spirit breathed into every corner of your life. And this is renewal that's rooted in something that you've had in 2020 and you'll have in 2021 and every year beyond, because it's renewal that's rooted in Jesus. Happy New Year.